stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Pembroke fifth graders. And they were under the direction of our music teacher, Mrs. Deb Morris. Fifth graders, wrap yourself around and get out of that sun, which we are so grateful for this afternoon. Welcome again, everyone. I'm Dr. Ethel, the principal here at Pembroke Elementary School. It's an incredible honor to be standing here today for the ribbon cutting of the Pembroke Playground. Truly, this is something that I could barely envision 2 years ago. With phenomenal efforts, tenacity, and teamwork, what started as a little seed of a dream turned into reality. An accessible, inclusive playground so that all of our students could play together. It's my pleasure this afternoon to host the ribbon cutting, and we're honored to have a few speakers. We'd like to start with Mayor Mark Boughton. First, Mayor, we'd like to give you our thanks for unprecedented partnership in matching our funds, exceeding our funds. Without his advocacy, without his manpower and leadership, this dream would not have come true. Mayor Mark's team, Mr. Tom Hughes, Mr. Rob Barone, and everyone else were instrumental in getting this playground built. Their communication, support, and genuine enthusiasm for this project were heartwarming. Thank you, Mr. Mark.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ethel. We're so proud of the work that's done here. I actually went to Pembroke School, and I was the first kindergarten class that was on this side with Mrs. Conroy, who nobody remembers, but I did have Mr. Cherry later for grade 4. So this is just a wonderful building with a wonderful history in our city, and so it's my honor and privilege to be here. We have a number of dignitaries with us. I'm sure you've already announced some of them, but I just want to make sure that they're recognized. From the Board of Education, we have Manuela Palmeras with us. I know Pat Johnston is here. We have Rachel Shaleski, Rich Janelli, Joe Britton have all joined us. I see Joe Martino, who left us to go to Region wherever, but he's back today, so we still talk to him, we still love him. Dr. Sale, of course, and I do want to recognize Tim Nolan, who's our highway superintendent that does a ton of work and really has a great vision in terms of these projects and how they all come together. I also want to recognize our council people. Our council president, Joe Cavo, is here. Councilman Farley Santos is with us. And Councilwoman Colleen Stanley, who had a hand in the paving, is with us. No, she didn't. Okay. Well, she would have had a hand in the paving, and she could have. But anyways, you know, of course, the real superstar here today is Lee Viviano. when she had this dream, this vision, this idea, this thought, she emailed me early on and said, can you help? Can you help raise some money or help contact people, put together a list? And so her and Rich Tonelli and I met a number of times, shaking the trees, beating people up, embarrassing them, yelling at them, haranguing them, and screaming at them, and begging, and then finally just convincing them that this was a worthy donation to make for this community. But she really spearheaded this effort, and in the end, when she came in about June, and I said, okay, how much you got? And I said, well, what do you need? And I said, well, we'll match whatever you've been able to do. That work came from the City Council, myself and our Director of Finance. So without Lee's drive, determination, and vision, this thing doesn't happen. I just want to thank her publicly so much for sharing this. She's going to speak a little bit later, but if I'm right, I think there's only one other playground like this in the area. Lee, where is it?
There's one in Ridgefield, there's one in Brookfield, and one in Waterbury.
Okay, so there's one in Waterbury, there's one in Richfield, Brookfield, and Danbury. So we're one of 4 within about a 45-mile radius. That's pretty amazing. That is amazing. Now, I can't lie to you. I'm going to come up here on the weekends and bounce around on this floor here. If you feel it, it's pretty cool. You know, it's got a lot of give and take. And the greatest thing will be able to come up here and watch kids play in this facility. That's really what it's all about at the end of the day. So congratulations to the entire team that came together. Great job. And we'll be excited to cut a ribbon in a little bit. Right now, I'm going to ask Dr. Pasquarella to come forward. He's got a few words for us as well. Doc?
How many students are here? Stand up. What do you think about the playground? What? What about the teachers? For me, this is real quick. You're going to hear this. You know, if you can't dream what something's going to be, you can't achieve it. And Dr. Epler started with that. They really dreamt this. I get to do 2 things which you guys like, right? No school because of snow days and cut ribbons. So I'm here to cut a ribbon, but I can't tell you how proud I am of what we're doing. But listen for a second. This is a very special school. They've always found ways to make special connections with family and kids. Here, kids come from the entire district, and that was one of the motivations to do this, is that we want to do something so that everybody has access not only to the learning in the classrooms, but the teachers do an unbelievable job here on the playground when they're doing a lot of social interaction. And Lee came and said, I want to do this, and so was how much. So you gotta be kidding. No, I'm not kidding. And here it is sitting right here. So I'm very proud of that. And also there's someone sitting here that was part of this. Where's Dr. Thomas? Who was principal here. Here she is. This was an effort with the PTO, with the town. We go around, there's 169 municipalities in Connecticut, and we go up there at Hartford and we deal with them a lot. They want to know why the city and the schools get along. This is why. We made a call to the city, we went over and talked to them. Antonio, where's Antonio? Stand up, Antonio, please. Here's a man that really put our office together, and you can use. They sat down and said, okay, if you can do this, we can do that, and that's what they did. They worked together to make this happen for all of the students. So I hope you enjoy for many, many years. And I didn't graduate from here, by the way, but I still think it's a great school. And who's going to be Mr. Walston? Assistant Superintendent's going to speak a while. He's new, it's his 2nd year. He can't believe we did it as well. So thank you for having me. We'll open the playground soon.
So good evening, everyone. So my voice doesn't project as well as Dr. Sal, so forgive me for going a traditional route. I just want to, number one, thank Lee and Dr. Epple for inviting me to speak. I appreciate it. I'm honored, privileged to be up here this afternoon. As a former principal, I used to have words of like kind of quotes, inspirational quotes on my desk every day because quite frankly, I needed them to maintain my sanity from day to day. But I recalled one that I think meets the occasion this afternoon. We have some incredible people in this community, and it's incredible people that make things like today happen. And so please let me share this quote with you, and I think this is appropriate for the occasion. So to make a difference in someone's life, you don't have to be brilliant, rich, beautiful, or perfect. You just have to care. This is a quote by Mandy Hale, and certainly I don't know how much money Lee Viviano and Sharon Epple and Rich Janelli and all the other people have, but to this community, you're certainly smart, beautiful, and brilliant. And we just want to thank you for your efforts. This is an amazing legacy, Lee, you've left behind for this Pembroke community and the greater Danbury. We just want to thank you and the Pembroke community. Thank you.
I would like to introduce Mr. Richard Janelli. Mr. Janelli represents the Board of Education this afternoon, and we really could not have realized our fundraising goals without the direct support from the Board of Education. And Mr. Janelli also deserves extra special recognition as an individual. His thoughtfulness and commitment to helping us raise funds, his networking, his connections, his persistence, his communication, and his genuine support and advocacy for this project were remarkable. Mr. Janelli, we couldn't have done it without you, and on behalf of the Pembroke community, we'd like to present you with just a small recognition for all of your hard work for the playground to benefit all of the children of Danbury.
Thank you very much. I must say this is the first lecture that meets my height. Usually I go to City Hall. I have to excuse myself for being vertically challenged. So thank you, Dr. Epple, for the convenience. I don't have a speech to make, and if I did, I'd go off script anyway. But basically, I want you all to take notice as to what you did, number one. Number two, to thank you all personally and on behalf of the group that put this together, is to thank you for this. It was from donations from selling lemonade, as well as the monetary donors, as well as those that gave us in-kind service, provided materials for us, and not more important to me, but equally important, gave us advice as to how to do this. Both Lee and I, this was the first time we did this, and we really didn't know what the hell we were doing. The funds we raised were considerable for what we did, but it shows that I think one of the strong points here is the community, is that this is truly a community project. We got together with parents, with children, with the municipality to put something together. As was said, we're the fourth in the state to have it. That shows a lot for our community. It shows a lot for what we think educational needs require, and we step up to the plate and we take the onus ourselves and don't point fingers. I also want to say thank you to the mayor and the council for bringing the ball over the line for the goal. That helped us out tremendously. I learned two things from this, and I'm 78 years old, so you can't teach an old dog new tricks. When I learned to be humble, Vivian taught me to go out there and beg. Don't be ashamed. So I did it so much, people already said I already gave, and I figured at that point I was becoming a nuisance. The other thing, more importantly, I was embarrassed that I never really understood or never gave any thought with my own children or my grandchildren coming to a playground and not understanding the needs of somebody else. That, to me, was an eye-opener. So it's taught me, in my current life now, to look at things through a different lens, not through only the lens that I have and what I own or what I physically can do, but also for other people. And that, I think, was phenomenally important for me to learn, and I really respect that. And I thank Lee and this project for bringing that to my attention. Again, applaud the people that are sitting next to you and behind you, shake their hands. You're all part of it. And thank you very much. And also, I shouldn't forget the administrative staff, Dr. Sal, Kevin, and Dr. Ann Mead, Kelly, my friend Joe Martino, everybody, the Board of Ed, who helped us put this together and give us our support. I thank you very much. And thank you for the gift and the nice words.
Our final person to speak tonight is appropriately Ms. Lee Viviano. Very well deserved, and Ms. Viviano's third or fourth or fifth standing ovation for these efforts. Ms. Viviano, as you all know, was the backbone and the muscle behind this enormous project. Her unwavering commitment and fierce dedication to envisioning the playground and raising the funds never ceased. Ms. Viviano was literally, single-handedly, our playground fundraiser director, coordinator, and organizer. She is our champion. Lee, the Pembroke Playground is your legacy, and we will be forever grateful to you.
So first of all, thanks for being here. A lot of kind words were said about me, but I'm sure during the 2-year process, some of it was not as kind, like she's a pain in the neck, she won't leave me alone. There's a lot of people for me to thank, so I am going to read a script, so just bear with me, please. Thank you to everyone who is here to celebrate the completion of the Pembroke Playground. This project started as a building-based project with friends and family of Pembroke making donations from far away as Oregon and New Zealand. Then, an amazing thing happened. It became a community-wide initiative supported by many. Back in the fall of 2017, Dr. Eppel, Andrew Lambo, and Rachel Wade had a discussion with the Pembroke School Governance Committee about getting the playground drainage fixed. Upon further discussion, it was decided the committee would embrace the idea of fundraising for a new playground with new drainage. In January 2018, Dr. Eppel, Andrew, Rachel, and the rest of the committee allowed me to join the fundraising effort. The first 4 months were spent searching for grants that could possibly fund this project. A website was formed, a bank account was established, and a PayPal linked both of them together. Small donations started trickling in slowly. In June, the students of Scotland School in Richfield made a remarkable donation of $1,000. We have Scotland students. Stand, please. Their donation brought more awareness to the project. Then Richard Janelli, a current Board of Ed member, joined the task force with a renewed energy. Since then, Richard and I had stalked, texted, emailed, called, visited, and mailed information to nonprofit organizations, large corporations, local small businesses, banks, and more friends and family. In October, almost a year ago, Chris Tavino, a current Pembroke parent and owner of the Hat City Tattoo, managed a fundraiser that collected almost $10,000 in one day. I was skeptical when he suggested a tattoo fundraiser, but I'm a believer. Many fundraising events followed at Max Spirits, Hummus and Pita Company, Papa John's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Basilicos, and Texas Roadhouse. A few local corporations and businesses also made very generous donations, such as Praxair, Cardis, and Chuck's Steakhouse. Local nonprofit organizations also supported the Pembroke Playground. The Kiwanis Club and Ridgefield Rotary made very kind donations. The VFW Post 149 also gave donations and held a successful bingo fundraiser. Thank you, VFW. Even a Girl Scout troop with students attending Broadview Middle School. They were former students from Pembroke alumni. They made a financial donation as well. Other avenues of support included the golf outing last summer sponsored by Rich Bellinger from Cetera Investors, formerly known as Foresters Financial. We made some new friends in Ridgefield that joined the project. They were Kathy Graham and Dan Campbell from Fairfield County Bank, and Bill Craig over there somewhere, and Terry Garlick from Craig's Jewelers. They asked many of their Ridgefield clients and friends to support the project, as well as created the playground brochures pro bono. DPS Printing here in Danbury donated lawn signs for us to spread the word all around town about the project. Two of our largest donors were Goldstone Family Foundation and the Danbury Public Schools Board of Education. Without their support, the playground would not have been completed this year. Other schools within the district helped fundraise among their own student body, such as King Street Intermediate, Park Avenue, Stadley Ruff, and the Western Academy at Danbury High School. The athletic department at Danbury High School also supported our efforts with their resources through the guidance of Chip Salvestrini. Dr. Thomas, principal of Broadview and former principal of Pembroke, gave Richard and I fundraising guidance. Dr. Mead, the director of Danbury Family Learning Center, guided me through grant writing process and spent many hours writing a challenging grant for this project. There are many Pembroke teachers, tutors, staff, and parents, including the PTO, who have helped participate at the fundraising events and even froze during football game donation collections at the high school. They also helped pass out flyers, spread the word on social media, and found golf foursomes for the golf outing. The list is too long to mention every staff member who volunteered. It would be easier to mention the few staff members that didn't, but I won't do that. I should mention the staff members who did volunteer the most at the most events that were held. Honorable mentions go to Allison Safford, Shannon Turner, Danielle Apollanis, Vicki Megabo, Lily Evans, and Alicia Arrow. Rachel Wade, the elementary art department head, painted the sign located at the top of exit 5 ramp, that big obnoxious sign that's finally gone. She did a beautiful job on that sign. And Miss Shields, she repeatedly brought those little can tabs that all of you are collecting to the recycle center. That in itself was a huge deal because I didn't want to do it. So many tutors were a big part of this project as well. Maria, Lori, and Valeria supported my craziness throughout this project. Maria even brought thousands of recycled cans and bottles to the grocery store for the deposit money throughout the school year. Tiffany, Michelle, Laura, and Jeanette volunteered their time at multiple events and passed out flyers all over town. Dina even held a lemonade stand event this summer in her neighborhood. The tutors at Pembroke go above and beyond every single day, and this is just a small mention of their amazing acts of kindness. Local leaders in our community, such as Representative David Orconti, Representative Ken Gucker, and Senator Julie Kushner, they attempted to collect funds from the state of Connecticut for this project. Though unsuccessful, their interest and dedicated support was appreciated. Mayor Boughton committed funds to complete the fundraising effort with a unanimous vote. I'm going to say that again, a unanimous vote of the City Council. Thank you. Mayor Boughton's team, Antonio Iadarola and Tom Hughes, coordinated many things, too many things that I don't know anything about, which resulted in this beautiful playground here. And it's not just for Pembroke students, but it's for students in the greater Danbury area. Rob Savola from Childscape created many blueprint drafts of the playground and proposals over the past 2 years to ensure that we truly had an accessible playground that met the needs of all of our students. This happened over many phone conferences and emails. He is definitely not going to miss me calling him or emailing him changes. Today's ceremony was supported by a number of people. Tom Hughes ensured that we had a podium to stand here, the ribbon and the giant scissors, which we're going to be using momentarily. Our friends at Danbury Public Schools Administrative Offices printed the programs for us. Elmer Palma donated the large cake. The Bittner family, somewhere out there, they're former Pembroke alumni. They asked Target to donate the paper products and the water bottles. Pembroke's hardworking custodial staff made sure that you had chairs to sit in, that there was tables, the sound system was working. We had a flag and garbage cans. The last people to thank are Dr. Eppel and Richard Ginelli. Thank you for tolerating late night texts, crazy brainstorming sessions, coaching me through emotionally frustrated moments, there were many, and reading through thousands of emails over the span of this project. If I didn't mention you in this long, long list of thanks, it is not because your kindness was not appreciated. It has been a long, almost 2 months to sum up in only about 5 minutes. To conclude though, the hard work of so many volunteers, I want to say thank you for being a part of this wonderful moment at Pembroke Elementary School. Thank you.
I think at this time we can cut a ribbon. Mayor Mark, Dr. Sal, why don't you come on up here? Obviously, Ms. Viviano, Mr. Ginelli, come on up.
Richie, come on up here. You guys go stand on the other side of the I also just want to commend part of our construction teams in the back there, Dan Reiser, who works very hard every day for us and did a nice job out here too. So Dan, thank you. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Lee, don't get too fast here. We're gonna do a countdown. So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then you guys are gonna cut after 1, not on 1. After 1, all right? And so we want all of you out there to help us. Antonio, you want to come up here? Tommy, come on up here. You guys look all sad sitting there. Come on, come on, come on. Is Pat Johnson here? Pat, come on up here. And Joe Calvo, why don't you come up here? Yeah, let's get some of our kids behind here too. Thanks, Kevin. Let's not hurt each other. I see the teacher coming out. Farley, you come up here and grab Joe. Okay, go in the back. Rachel. And Manuela. You're good. I like it when the teachers get up. Kevin, you want to come up? You sure? Okay, so I need 2 students to get me here. Where are the 2 students? All right, why don't you come right over here? All right, everybody out there, are we ready? Yeah! Come on, man, are we ready? Yeah!